No panic attacks at the start of this podcast, unlike last week, unless there's any on your end,
good.
Judd.
No, I'm just ill. I've sort of entered the state of ill delirium.
Right.
So in that vein, I just thought of a new theme song for the channel, and it goes like this.
Your microphone fucking sounds ill as well. Holy shit! That's
okay. Hold on. Here we go. This is a new theme song for the podcast. Bow chicka bow da da ba da ba bow bow da da. Oh, there you go. Do that at the start. Did you like that?
Why? What? Are you trying to tell me that you think we should have that as the intro because you're ill?
No, that's the new intro. That's just the new intro. That's not because I'm ill. That's the new intro.
What the fuck is going on with you?
I'm ill, and I'm like
or something.
up.
Have you got an intervention? What's going on? What the fuck was that about?
I'm like fucked up. I'm like fucked up. I'm ill, and I'm tired, and I'm just.
But as you know, this podcast stops for no one. No matter what, people might die, fucking panic attacks, we might be on death's door, but it's fucking entertainment. This is all we've got, goddammit. If we don't do this, then what the fuck else are we gonna do?
We got nothing. This might be COVID. I hope it's not.
Maybe. Who knows? So have you not been at work then?
No, I've been at work. It's like it's the start of it. Like I could feel it starting this morning. The start of whatever this is, and I got myself out of bed because I was like, I know that I can't justify not turning in with how ill I am right now. So yeah, but now it's fucking me up. I don't understand why now it is, but like as I've come home, I'm just like my head's all over the place, and I feel a lot more blocked up, whatever. Yeah.
Both
I don't feel well. Both of those things. I just don't feel well. So I'm not going to be firing all cylinders today. It seems
just on a few cylinders. Just
a few cylinders.
I got some cylinders.
I was going to say 4. I've got some. I've actually brought some stuff today. Brought some stuff.
Oh shit! Okay.
I've brought stuff to say, but I don't know if I can get it out in my fucking.
I don't know if I
get it out of my ill delirium.
Why don't you do like a Top Gear style? Coming up in today's program, do one of those.
I've only really got the one though.
You have to use that one, but say multiple silly things. You know how Jeremy Clarkson does on the show.
I'm just trying to think if I have got another silly thing. I haven't got another silly thing.
You can do this. I believe in your delirious brain.
Okay.
Come on, Judd.
Please don't.
Do your Jeremy Clarkson impression. Do it.
Tonight's episode of Podcast Badly, Jake talks about something, maybe philosophy. We might end up looking at a website again. I talk about the Meat Man. That's the Meat Man. The Meat Man. The Meat Man. And I don't know.
And some other shit.
It's someone else. Jeremy Clarkson goes and fights the war in Ukraine. He wins it for himself. he like annexes both countries.
he would do that. Okay, look, I've got a freak of the week. I've got a couple actually.
Oh, cool.
I've got you an update on I'm a Celebrity, Judd. As always, we go through the people who we never know in the previous podcast, like we did last time, and then the next podcast, a bunch of shit's happened, because it's I'm a Celebrity, and I tell you what's happened, who we like, who we don't like, all of that. Yeah. Then your shit. That's going to be good. It's going to be a good podcast.
Yeah.
We've been going for like fucking 4.5 minutes, so buckle in, folks. It sounds like we're going to be dawdling about all this shit. But I'm intrigued by this Meat Man, Judd. This weird person, but Meat Man sounds like they could beat me out.
Well, no, because it wasn't too sort of like... It wasn't a long thing. Do you want to just do Freak of the Week now?
Okay.
Do you want to jump the
gun? Freak of the Week.
This segment is called Freak of the Week. It's where we've met some or observed some very odd person and we like to highlight them and their weirdness. I've got a reasonably wholesome freak in a way this week, But
Okay.
I'm hoping that Meat Man is he's a freak of the week as well. With a name
So-
like Meat Man, they gotta be really right.
Well, so I've started taking my. I work for a building firm as a labourer, and my stepdad is the co-owner of it. Just to clear things up, so I've also started taking my stepdad's dad to work as well, because he's working on the same building site as me, and he lives like in the village over, so it's just I can just pick him up easy on the morning and go through to work fine. So I also drop him
Still
off.
loud, that microphone, if you can turn it down, Jed.
Okay. I also drop him back off at his house. I don't take him home with me. I drop him back off, and sometimes I just sit there like on my phone a bit. Like by this point, my phone's probably on 1%, and I've had it on the aux cord in all the way, so it's not been charging. So I usually just like charge it a little bit before I then set off to my house. So as I'm sat there and my phone's charging, and I'm just on my phone or whatever, like this guy pulls up next to me in his car, and he slowly rolls his window down, and I'm like, oh fuck, what is this? Like, cause like I know something's like, I know that I'm in something now. Like I see this guy in my peripheral like come up to me and like lower his window. I'm like, oh fucking hell. So I look up, and I see this guy staring right at me, right into my eyes, and I'm like, oh no. I
You know what? I'm already grateful for this guy because it gives me a great title, The Meat Man. You know, that's a great title for a podcast.
So I put the window down. I go, hey man, you all right? And he goes, hey buddy, what's up? Do you want to buy any meat?
yeah.
I like. The thing is, though, this should have immediately been a weird thing to me, but it wasn't.
How much meat
because
did you buy, Jed? Just
no, I didn't. Hold on. So this immediately wasn't like weird to me, because my stepdad, who I mentioned earlier, he knows a guy who owns a butcher's right next to where this happened. So
okay, yeah.
So I'm like thinking, you know what? He's just seen me drop his dad off. He's like, you know, this is just, he's just having a laugh or something. So I went, oh right. Do you know? And then I said, I'm sure it wouldn't. Yeah, I'll just say his name. I was like, do you know Wayne?
Yeah, first name's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I was like,
it's not even a real first name, so who cares?
No, I didn't say his full. I said his full name to the guy, but I'll not say the full name on the podcast. But I was like, oh, do you know?
Give him a silly last name instead. Give him a different silly last name.
Jupiter. Wayne Jupiter.
Wayne Jupiter.
I don't know where that came from.
That's his actual name. That's real.
I don't know. It's weird. But I was like, oh, do you know Wayne Jupiter? and he went, oh no, who's that? And then I went, oh, but
just
like,
it's
all right.
just a weird.
I was like, yeah, I was then I was thinking, oh, this is just a weird man who's just asked me to buy meat from him, and I went, oh, sorry, I just thought you were a friend of his, and he went, well, if you or any of your friends want some meat, and then he pulled out like these packets of meat, and like I couldn't even make out what kind of meat they were. They looked like they were from somewhere, like he'd bought them from somewhere,
from like farm
and now he was
foods or
trying to
something.
flog them, or he'd stole them or something. But the thing is, as well, what weirded me out about this as well is this guy was driving a pretty nice car, and like. He said after he said if you or your friends want any meat, he went, I live just here, and he pointed to his house, and I'm thinking, who the fuck is gonna come to your house and buy meat? But I just went, yeah, man.
yeah, sure. I'll bear that in mind.
I just went, yeah, man. I'll tell him. And drove off. I can't. It's bizarre. It's like I haven't been having a whole lot of like freak of the weeks recently. And I think that's mainly to do with the fact that where I used to walk around a lot during my
During my younger years, when I was
during
young
my
and
younger years.
sprightly.
No, when I was on the other building site, I tended to like go on break and then go for a walk a lot more. There was a lot less stuff going off on that building site, and yeah, whatever. But I don't do that as much on this one. And if ever I want to go out to get something to eat, I don't have to walk far from my site at all, because there's like, and I step out of my building site, and right across the road from it is a Taco Bell, a McDonald's, a KFC, and a Greg's. So I like don't have to go anywhere.
Very healthy options then to make sure you're fed correctly.
Yeah. So
I say that full well knowing that I had a massive McDonald's earlier.
Yeah. So I don't go that far. So I don't, and then I've not really been going out as much, to be honest. So I've not been bumping into as many. But it seems like they still find a way to get into my life somehow. Like I was just
if I did as little as you are on about now, I'd meet no one weird. Basically,
Yeah.
I'd meet, but for some reason you do next to nothing, and they still find the way to worm themselves into your life.
It's like it's almost like this man, this normal everyday man, was possessed to do something bizarre to me. That because like this guy pulled up, and I swear to God, he might have been on drugs. Actually, now I'm saying this out loud, but he pulled up, and his car was fine and everything. He was dressed fine. He didn't look weird or anything. He just looked a bit like he was a man possessed with something. So maybe he had done some drugs. But I like to think of like some sort of cosmic force being like, you know what, Jordan's not had anything weird happen to him recently. So this normal guy's just been driving along and has been possessed by this entity, and he's like, I gotta say something weird to this kid.
Yeah, it was just he was possessed.
Yeah,
it's like the devil does it for you.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's pretty good.
Sure,
But the
though.
thing is, for some reason, when you said Meat Man, I knew it was gonna be that. Like, I knew it was going to be some guy trying to sell you meat, but, like, in a weird way. Because that, for some reason, I don't know what it is. In our country, that's not such a weird thing. But, it is. It's more like a kind of a weird thing that you know is weird, and therefore is, like, not as weird because of it. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. For some reason, it's almost expected that somewhere near you, there'll be some weirdo who sells meat out of the house.
But I don't know. I just feel like it's just somebody you know in it. It's like you know a guy and you get stuff from him. I've never had a situation. Obviously, like if I've been like somewhere in town, like on the market or something, or I'm just walking through some. I've had people try to sell me stuff, but I've never ever been sat in a car in like an all right neighborhood. And somebody just come up to me and offer me meat.
For me, I don't have connections in that way.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people, they might know a plumber or know someone who does plastering.
Yeah.
Or, like, I know a guy who works at a garage. Or, stuff like that. I don't know a guy. I'm not the type of person who knows a guy that does stuff.
Yeah.
I have to learn stuff and do it myself. So, to me, just knowing that there's random people out there that'll sell you dodgy meat, that's like not too uncommon. For most people, I think they will personally kind of have a connection with some dodgy person who will sell them weird meat. But for me,
there's a lot of people.
It'd always be, odd, and therefore, for some reason, less odd, because I know they're out there. They're out there. I've heard of this.
They live among us.
It's kind of like
these people.
It's kind of like trying to explain crypto to an old person. They're like, "Oh, I've heard of this crypto stuff."
Yeah.
That's what meat men are like to me. It's like, yeah, I've heard of these weird people who might try and sell you dodgy meat. But
A strange experience.
I've got a freak of the week for you, Judd. My contender, I would say, was weirder, but in a potentially less bad way. So I was recently out Christmas shopping. I have a tradition where I go out Christmas shopping with my sister. It's partially so that if people don't like any presents I get for them, I can blame it on my sister picking them for them. So that was good. I was out with my girlfriend and my sister walking around the town centre.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad that you said that. Just I don't know. There was something about you saying I was out with my sister, and then immediately saying I was out with my girlfriend. It was like, whoa.
No, girlfriend and sister who are separate people. I have to specify that sometimes now because my sister's old enough to the point where it looks like I could be noncing on someone and it's weird.
Yeah, not good.
So anyway, we were getting presents and things like that for people for Christmas, and it's a great deal for both of us because it means I can blame my sister if someone doesn't like the present, and also my sister gets her Christmas present buying funded. So yeah, it's not bad. We went into JD Sports. Because I like to go in and look at the shoes and things. I'm quite into my shoes. They had these dunks on in the women's section that were really nice, quite like various kind of tan, kind of beigey colours. And my girlfriend ended up buying 2 separate pairs, but that's a different story. When we were in there, my girlfriend was talking to one of the employees to ask him if they've got certain sizes and things like that. And this guy comes in. Small guy, around your height, maybe a tiny bit. No, it was pretty much your height.
Okay.
And he looked fucking homeless.
I watched.
No. He was
right.
kind of skinny, but he looked fucking homeless. He had like a big coat on, and he was like loudly blabbering to himself and like moving at a pace quicker than is normal. Like, he was like kind of like striding about and things like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. He's got the boogie on. he's got the boogie
this
on.
guy's on some drugs right now. Yeah. And he wandered in. And
he's got them demons in him.
He was foreign. He had some sort of like European accent. Sounded kind of like Eastern European or something like that.
Okay.
So I am going to do an Eastern European accent when I tell you what this guy was saying, so don't cancel me for that. I'm doing my best. I don't know where he was from. But he was going around saying, yes, shoe, look at this one big shoe. Yes, I like this. And he plucks them up and starts waving around. Woman's shoe, this is woman's. I don't fucking care. Woman's shoe, I will wear it. Yes, this one is for me. And while he's doing that...
I like this guy. While
he's doing it, he's like... striding up and down, holding them in the air and things like that. And he's not talking to anyone in particular. He's just kind of like blabbering, but at a volume where it kind of sounds like he's talking to you. So I'm like, content. He's walking around. He's like, I'll try it on my feet. It's going on. And he's
fucking okay. Like he's
this. He sits down
to do it.
He puts them on. He didn't fucking check the size. No chance he checked the size.
Do they look good? Do they look good?
Yeah, I mean, no, but meanwhile, while he was doing this, the guy that we were talking to ask for sizes and things like that had just finished sorting out what we needed. And you could see that it was like, oh, fuck. It's obviously my turn to try and like help this guy out. Yeah. So he started helping him out and he's like blabbering. He's like, I like this shoe. It's woman's shoe. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. And that. So he was just being fucking weird. And I'm thinking,
yeah.
I'm sure at one point he said, I will buy it £5. And I'm thinking, there's no way these shoes cost £5. Yes. They're at least £50, the shoes that he's holding. I don't know what they were, but they were at least that much. We then left because we had stuff to get on with. But we had to come back to get another pair of shoes for a different present, because, long story. And the same guy... was getting the right sizes for us. I said to him, what happened with that weird guy that were in earlier? And he went, oh, fucking hell. He took his head in. And he told us that the guy had asked him whether they'd let him buy those shoes because they were women's shoes. And the store guy was like, yeah, I don't fucking care. Do whatever you want. Just buy the shoes if you want them. And I asked him, so did he buy them then? Because I was thinking, there's no way he's going to buy these shoes. I thought what was going to happen is he'd say, yeah, I'll take them. And then he would either like wander out with them. And security was already outside the door because a weird guy's fucking strolling around. And I thought he was either going to take them or he'll get to the till and try and like haggle for a ridiculous price or something stupid like that. But the guy who was working there said, no, he bought them. And I'm thinking,
Oh,
okay.
okay, cool.
Oh, fucking hell, we all judged that guy, didn't we? He actually did just
Yeah.
want to come in and buy some shoes. That's like, he was just like that. That's like,
Yeah.
there was he weren't doing anything weird or nefarious. He actually wanted to buy shoes. But that's what he was like. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, all right, good on him then. He got his shoes. Nice one. So, yeah, that's why I say it was quite wholesome in the end, because
Yeah.
I thought the guy was off his face. I mean, to be honest, though, he could have been a homeless guy who was off his face and had been saving up for ages, and rather than, like, buying a bunch of food for himself to survive the winter, he'd gone high and bought a pair of women's
yeah.
shoes. I don't know if they fit him.
Probably now he is gonna like wake up the next day and be like, "Where the fuck is that like 100 quid I saved up gone?" And then he's just gonna look over and see like a pair of women's shoes that don't even fit him.
I wish you could have seen him. It was
Damn.
it was a sight to behold. I was impressed that he actually bought these shoes. It was weird. When we were in the queue, we were just getting the shoes that we'd bought when we were still there at the same time as him. And there was a woman behind us waiting to buy something. And then he'd got in the queue behind her, and he wouldn't fucking shut up. He wouldn't shut up. He was babbling loudly, and she was like, she was more social. You could tell she was probably better socially than I am. And she was trying to like, because she was closest proximity to him, she couldn't ignore him. So she had to be the one that was being talked to. So she was trying to be like, oh, yeah, and things like that.
Yeah.
And they kind of like you with the meat guy. But I was thinking at that point, I'm so glad that's not me. I'm so glad I don't have to like just like babysit this fucking mental dude. Oh, but bless him. They don't half brighten your day meeting someone like that, does it?
No, I know, it's great. It's great.
The world just wouldn't be the same without a good freak. I love him. I love him. He said, I always worry that people who hear us talking about these things will think we're making fun of him or like kind of being mean, but seriously not. Like it's a serious appreciation.
I'm
I
happy that
absolutely
there's some
love it when I bump
I'm
into
happy
some
that there's
weird ass person.
I'm happy. I'm never gonna do it, but I'm happy that I now know I can walk to that man's house at any time and haggle for meat. I'm never gonna do that, but I'm happy
totally
that that's
enriches my
something I
life.
can do. My life's better off now that I can
Absurdity in
do that.
life. It just makes it so much better. Yeah, so there you have it. Freak of the week. That was fun. I was so glad that that happened for the content. There was another weird scenario that happened when we were done with the shopping and we were walking back to the car. There was. I could probably describe to you exactly where this was, but I think it'll waste time. We were walking past some traffic lights back up to the car park, and the way these traffic lights are laid out, there's a junction like really near to them. So you pull out of this junction, and the traffic lights are like, say you turn left at this junction, and the traffic lights are basically right there. So there was a car pulled up at these traffic lights, and then a car comes out of this junction and pulls up right behind them, and another one comes behind that. And this the car that was already pulled up, I'm gonna call car 1. The first car that came out of the junction, I'm gonna call car 2, and the second car that came out of the junction, I'm gonna call car 3. So car 2 starts beeping, like beep beep, like really beeping loud, and then the car 3 starts beeping a load as well. Thinking, what the fuck is going on? And I looked behind me, and I was thinking, oh, the guy must like be on his phone or something, the car 1, and has not gone at the lights. The lights were on red. He shouldn't have been going at all. And they were both like beeping, and I'm thinking, what the fuck is wrong with these people? And then car 2 starts throwing shit out the windows. Not at car 1 that was in front of him to get him out of the way, backwards at car 3. They're just like throwing shit backwards at it. But not like, they weren't hanging out the window and like throwing stuff. Just like kind of like not looking and throwing stuff backwards. I couldn't even tell what it was they were throwing. That's it. That's my story. I don't know. What do you think? Like, what do you think was happening there?
What day was this? Sorry.
This was on a Sunday. It was last Sunday.
No, because I was thinking maybe it was like a football thing. Like maybe England had just scored if it was the Monday, but no, it was Monday.
Thought that what's happened is car 2 was trying to get away from car 3. Like there was some sort of altercation or something. And obviously car 1 at the traffic lights was in the way, so they couldn't get round to escape or something like that. And that's why they started throwing stuff backwards.
Yeah.
But if they were trying to escape them, why didn't car 3 like get them then? You know, they were stopped. They were right there. So I don't know. It was just weird. I don't know.
Strange times, man. Strange
If
times.
any listeners have got any theories on that, tweet at tweetsbadly on Twitter. Let us know your theories. I don't know what the fuck was going on. And just a reminder, you can catch the video version of this podcast live on YouTube and Twitch. We stream live to both of those now. Streams Badly channel on each. If you want to see the video version of this podcast, you can get it on YouTube and Twitch after the fact. It does self-destruct on Twitch though, so you can only get it for a certain amount of time there. You can actually also get the video version on Spotify now, as well as the audio-only version, which you can get on all other good streaming platforms as well. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all of that junk.
And if you subscribe to our Patreon, you'll get to throw stuff at our cars. That's one of the perks. You get to throw things at our cars.
No, it's not.
The higher tiers, the low tiers are stuff like feathers and stuff, but the high tiers are like rocks.
High tiers like 100 grand. All right. That's not true, but maybe it could be. Maybe it could be. Now just put that out there. If we ever do set up a Patreon.
Yeah.
Might end up happening.
100 grand and you can throw rocks at our cars. That's such a fucking stupid tier.
It'd buy a new
great.
car.
Yeah. No, yeah, it'd be great.
Have you got anything else, Judd, or do you want an I'm a Celebrity update?
Oh, God, I don't want one, but I know it's coming soon. Might as well get it out the fucking way.
So,
Go on.
going into
Did
it...
they all kill each other in some sort of this grotesque Lord of the Flies situation?
I wish, because in previous years, as I've complained about a lot, in previous years, it used to be that everyone would end up fucking hating each other, and the drama in the camp would be another entertaining bit compared to just the trials and things like that. It used to be that they would do a Bush Tucker trial, and the rest of it would be the campmates going mental, and fucking hating each other and having arguments and stuff like that, and that would be the entertainment. But they've added the Dingo Dollar Challenges and the letters from home and the fucking trip to the pub that they have to earn and all of that sort of thing as well to make up for the fact that there's no fucking drama. And it's been going on for years like that. But anyway, I'll just remind you of the lineup. So there's Matt Hancock, Sean Walsh, Jill Scott, Chris Moyles. Actually, there's no point me just telling you the names. I may as well just give you an idea who they are. Matt Hancock, he's the Tory that everyone fucking hates. Sean Walsh is a comedian that was on Strictly once or something and cheated on his wife. Jill Scott is an ex-England women's football player. Chris Moyles, radio host. Mike Tyndall is married to someone royal and was a rugby player. Boy George is a flamboyant gay. Charlene White, no, that was a joke. That was a bad joke, but it was a joke. He's part of Culture Club and did lots of good music, but it's Charlene White, presenter. The Sue Cleaver was on like a soap or something like that. Owen Warner on Hollyoaks. Babatunde, he's a comedian. Scarlett Douglas, presenter. Olivia Atwood was on. What was she on? Was she on Love Island or something? I don't know what she was on. She was on something like that, but she just left after the first day. Medical reasons. Didn't tell us anything about it.
Oh,
they just didn't even mention it. They were just didn't mention her at all. Go on.
Just threw her in the back of a fan and said that she had to leave because she had medical problems. Cool. They put a bag over her head.
So, who's gone out so far then? So, people who've been voted off are... Boy George has actually been voted off. That was a surprise to me. He's the latest one to be voted off. I would have thought with how... He's probably the most famous one on here. Maybe apart from Matt Hancock at this point, I suppose. But... I don't know. They just got voted off. Charlene's out as well. And Scarlett. So... I'm basically just going to give my assessment on everyone so far. Matt Hancock, yeah, I think I would say I like him slightly more than I did coming in, but like negligible. I didn't understand the hate of him going on it when he's an MP. If he wants to do it, he can do it, and if people don't like it, they can not vote for him.
It's I think it's more just like what he did during COVID times that everybody's sort of against.
Oh yeah, I'd fucking hate that. That's fine. Yeah, hate
Yeah,
on
I
that.
think
But the
that's-
thing is, the
I think-
narrative of like, oh, why are you here though? Like, why did you come in here? You should be looking after your constituency and things like that. Well, yeah, fine. If they've got a problem with that, if his constituency has a problem with that, then they don't have to vote for him.
No,
You know?
I don't know about that side to it. I always assumed it was just the sort of, oh well, he's a dick. We don't want him on the show.
Well, I don't get
Sort of
that
thing.
either. I absolutely hate this modern day attitude of, oh, I disagree with this person. I think their views are really horrible, so no one should hear from them. That's absolutely the opposite of what should happen. Everyone should hear as much of everyone as they can. How else are you going to make a decent decision on anything? So I don't think that argument's good
I get
either,
what you're
so.
saying, but it's also sort of like I'm a celeb's not really the platform to do that, is it? So it's like,
Well, it's not going to work
everybody
well then,
can
is
have
it, if
their
it's
own
not the
place.
platform to do it?
well, no, I mean like people. I suppose I don't care because I don't watch it, but people are saying like they don't want to come in and have to see fucking Matt Hancock on I'm a Celeb because they don't like him. That's the reason
Okay,
why they're
don't
upset,
then.
not because like. Well, no, but they want to watch I'm a Celeb. Is also the thing.
Well,
So-
this is the thing. You've got to vote with your viewership then. If you actually don't want to see him on it, then don't watch it, and then they'll never put people like that on again, will they?
You gotta watch. You gotta watch with your wallet. You gotta pay the big bucks.
So anyway, but he's been pretty good at doing trials. He's not been really scared of anything. Although the first trial, right, when he came in, him and Sean Walsh came in at the same time, and they were both together in the dark in this dungeon, basically. And they open this box because they have to grab a star out of it. Now, Matt kind of reached his hand in a bit. Sean's freaking out. He hates the whole thing.
Okay.
And I think Matt determines that there's rats in there. I think he knows there's rats in there. Or he doesn't know what's in there, but he knows it's going to be horrible. He physically grabs Sean's hand and shoves it in the box. I'm thinking, what the fuck? Just,
Wow!
That's the only thing
Yeah.
that he's done. That I was
Holy
like,
shit.
what? What are you doing? Stop it.
Yeah.
He's obviously been bullshitting a lot, and I don't like him. I've defended him quite a bit because people have been like fucking harping on about the wrong bullshit to do with him, but I don't fucking like him. I think he's a right cunt. So it's so weird. I think the way I've spoken about him in the context of I'm a Celeb, people think I'm actually a fan, but I'm really not.
You told me in confidence that you like have a thing for him.
I do have a few posters on my wall of him actually.
You do.
Over there. May or may not have photoshopped his undies off. You know that reference. So the only other thing that he's done that's bad would be he left his shaving stuff out once, and then one of the older female campmates said to him, "Oh, you dickhead, clean up your shaving shit next time," or something like that. She did phrase it quite like that or something, but I would have been like, oh, fucking hell, did I forget to move it? Oh, God, sorry.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But he was like, oh, I'm so sorry that it was such an inconvenience for you to tip some water out. I'm thinking, and as they said to him, if it's such a little inconvenience, then why don't you fucking do it then, you balding twat? So, it don't work, that argument. I can't believe he's so socially, like, oblivious to the fact that you can't say, oh, well, it's not exactly a hard inconvenience I've caused you to have to tip out my stuff. The fact is, you've caused someone an inconvenience, so don't then be a prick to them about it. That's your fault still, no matter how much of a little problem it's caused. So, anyway, that's what he's been like. Sean Walsh, he's okay. He's a bit of a little bitch. He's a bit of a pussy. He's fucking scared of everything. I don't really appreciate people. I don't. It's not a trait that I like in someone if they're scared of stuff. I think it's. I don't know. I think it's a bit ridiculous. But in the last episode, he volunteered to do a trial because he was like, "I'm scared of all this shit, but like, I gotta do this. And he was absolutely shitting it the whole time, but he did manage to get all the stars with a couple other people who were doing the trial as well, but, so, he's alright. quite middle class. He's a bit socially awkward a lot of times and causes some friction. And as someone who's had to learn how to not be like that and put a lot of effort into it, and I feel like I'm quite successful at this point in it. I'm like, mate, you're 36. You're 10 years older than me. How have you not worked this out when I have for many years at this point? So, but he's okay. He's all right. I don't think he's enjoying his time there anymore. My favourite...
So what you're saying is this a little bitch?
He is a little bitch.
A little
he's okay.
bitch?
Probably my favourite, even though she's not the type of person I normally particularly like, is Jill Scott, the footballer. She ain't scared of shit. She just, like... Her fucking expression doesn't change when she's having to do some sort of trial or something. She had to do one where they were down in, like, gross cocktails with, like, blended bugs and shit in them. And she was, like, laughing as if they were actually at the pub and, like, just drinking it down. And it, like, she just didn't give a fuck. I mean, some of them, it was like, oh, I might actually puke now. But, yeah, I think I like her bravery and her, like, just... don't give a fuck attitude. The thing is, she's really normie and not that interesting to me, and I feel like she would very quickly shy from any sort of edgy opinion or outlook on anything. Yeah. So, but maybe not. Maybe she'd surprise me. I don't know. But I think she's probably my favourite so far. Chris Moyles, he's a bit socially awkward, and he's fucking scared of everything as well. He did this one trial where that actually came up later on. Again, they reused the same trial that he did later and got another one to do it. I think probably because they spent a shit ton of money building a fucking whole underground system that he never barely even fucking went through. So he got 1 star on that because he dropped the star bag that had tools and stuff in it as well and dropped all the stars. So he had to go back and get them. And he ended up with 1 star at the end of it. I'm thinking, fucking hell, come on! Especially being as someone else goes in and gets all of them after that. It's like, whenever someone fucks up that bad, sometimes you can tell that a trial's actually just difficult to practically do. And in that, you know, no blame put on him for not getting all the stars. But when it comes to, like, bravery of not getting all the stars, I can't excuse that. And he's not the worst for it. He does try and push himself, but he just don't succeed after he's pushed himself as much as some others do. Mike Tyndall, he's basically the exact same as Jill. They're the same. But I feel like he's a bit too more normie and kind of would stand up for any opinion that's not, you know, considered good in the mainstream. I don't know. It's assumptions. I don't know them personally, but he's all right. He's smashed anything he's done. So, Boy George,
he's smashed anything he's done. He's smashed it. Like he's fucked it. Is that what you're saying? He's a misogynist?
Speaking of fucked it, Boy George Boy George, he's gone. I think people were probably not liking how bitchy he is. But he's not bitchy, like talking behind your back and then won't say it to people's face. He's both. He will definitely saying things to people's faces. But I think he was just, like, too overly harsh on, especially Matt Hancock, to be honest, for stuff that's, like, not even... Like, it's the problem I have with what loads of other people in society were complaining about. He seems to be harsh on Matt Hancock for stuff that's, like, not worthy of being harsh on when there's plenty of stuff to be harsh on him about. It's like, don't just hate on the guy because you don't like him. Actually hate on the stuff that's important to hate on, you know?
Yeah.
I just didn't really like his personality that much. He's very into meditation and stuff like that. And I don't believe in any of that bollocks. I feel like he was annoying everyone with it. So I didn't really like him that much. But I'm surprised he's gone. He was good at trials though. He really did his best with trials and coped well with them. And I liked how brave he was. So that's pretty good. I'm pretty middle of the road with him. Charlene, I'm pretty sure she went out first. and good, because what a fucking pussy she is. Oh, holy shit. I think she did one trial. The trial was her and Boy George were both in 2 tanks next to each other that had ladders in, and they had a bit of water in the bottom. She had to get this magnet stick and attach it to a star, and then kind of make the star follow a maze that was on the front of the tank. And then at the end of the maze, it would slide through into George's section, and he would have to magnet it out to the end, and then they'd get the stars.
Okay.
The water was slowly rising, so they only had a certain amount of time. It weren't going to fucking kill them, was it? It's a fucking TV show. And there was a chute, like, about head height, that, like, water-related critters would be, dropped into. Obviously, I'm a fucking celebrity. As far as it goes, I would say the water ones, as far as it goes, are some of the easy ones, so far as critters go. Like, when you think of stuff that people are generally scared of, for some reason it's snakes is the most common one. I don't get that. I don't think snakes are that scary.
What I could tell you the trial that'd do it for me is the crawling around like in the claustrophobic spaces with the maggots and stuff. I don't think about like crickets and stuff. I don't think crickets are too bad. Like, I don't have a problem with crickets or bugs like that. I have a bit of a thing with roaches, not too much, a little bit of a thing. But I think it might be like the smaller, maybe maggots and there's certain stuff like widgety grubs. The kind of things freak me out. But
anything that can go in an orifice. That's no scary. Good. I don't want to, because Jill ended up with a cockroach in her ear and had to have it flushed out.
Oh no!
She was just like that, if that was Charlene, she'd be going.
Yeah.
The whole time, whereas Jill's like, "There's a cockroach in my ear." That's her. She's got that accent. She's like, "Oh yeah, there's a cockroach in my ear. I think I need to get it out."
Awful.
That's what she sounds
awful.
like. And then a bloke come over and shot some water into her ear, and the cockroach came out. She's like, "Oh, that were nice." It's like, because it's a relief cockroaches come out of her ear. So,
okay.
just fucking like, why? There's no reason why one person can act like that and another person can't. There's no reason. There's no physical thing making that any different. Just fucking grow a pair. Holy shit. So she were doing this trial, and she wouldn't fucking go down. She wouldn't go down and get the stars because she was terrified of these fucking things going in. There was eels in there, crabs, things like that.
They're not like things to like eels or crabs. They're not like electric eels. They're not like biting eels, are they?
She did say that I'm scared of getting stung by them, so I think she must have somehow thought they'd have put electric eels in there with her. No!
Like, of course, no, you fucking idiot. They're not electric eels.
Just get down there, grab that fucking star with a stick. It's not fucking hard. It looks like such an easy trial. It looks so easy. I think they managed to get they managed to get 2 stars. And Boy George's whole time is just in this water like, Charlene, get the stars. I'm waiting. Yeah. I swear to God, a frog came down the tunnel and hit her shoulder and bounced into water, and she said the fateful words. She said, "I'm a celebrity, get me out of here." She fucking quit. She fucking quit. She's one of only 2 people to do that so far this season. Babatunde did that on the first thing, which was basically getting dropped off a skyscraper, so that's way more reasonable to not want to do in my mind. But I still think that, you're going on I'm a Celebrity, prepare yourself, that's going to happen. You're going to have to do it.
The thing is, though, that'd freak me out, but that's like the initiation one sort of thing in it, so I know I'd have to do it. And also, it's like, I know they do it all the time, and they've definitely got safety stuff up there. I'd be freaking out. I'm definitely telling you now, I'd probably piss myself like I did the last time. I might even shit a bit.
Well, I was thinking there's some engineer who's built this fucking contraption that drops him off of here, and he's going to be so pissed that his engineering doesn't get to be used. Yeah. But the thing is with Babatunde is he then got nominated to do another heights trial later on when we were in the jungle, and he did it, and he got all the stars, or at least he got most of the stars. He got at least most of the stars. So I was thinking, you know what? That's fantastic. He's obviously had a really bad fear that he's then confronted and done well with.
Mhm.
Fully redeemed in my books, that. She ain't even got a chance to redeem herself. Fucking bullshit. Why would you fucking quit on that? I just can't abide with being that fucking spineless.
The thing is that pisses me off a lot as well, because I fucking love frogs. I love frogs. If I would have known there was a frog in there,
you know,
what?
I was like, oh, frog,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, like a frog. Frogs are fucking cool. I love frogs. I would have picked it up and
nice.
yeah. I was thinking I can do this, but now there's a frog in here, and then now I want to stay.
Now I've got the encouragement. Sue is the person who told Matt Hancock to fucking sort out his shaving. She's quite no nonsense, but I feel like she's kind of the type of no nonsense that's like just stubborn and wouldn't be willing to kind of be open-minded about something. But I don't mind her at all. I like it. She seems less spineless than a lot of people, so I quite liked that. So yeah, but she's out now, I think. But she was fed up. She just wanted to go home and see her family. Which, again, I do get that, but I think people who are too obsessed with their families are a bit cringe. And I also think that, again, you signed up to I'm a Celebrity. You knew exactly how long it was going to be until you could see your family. Come on. God, I just can't get it. It's like, I can't understand these people who know they're going to go on to this, and then they freak out when something happens. Like, you're on I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here! You've watched this! It's been on for like 30 fucking seasons! Come on! Owen Warner, he's very attractive, fucking hell. He's got a very ripped body. He's hungry all the time. Yeah, makes sense.
All right.
He smashes any trial he does. He's kind of been portrayed as a little bit thick sometimes in this, but I think he's just normal level of intelligence when you actually think about it. It seems like he's all right. Seems like a decent guy, but again, he's very normy. He's very normy. You know, they all are. So that's the thing. I don't really particularly like any of them this year because they're all too just cookie cutter. It feels like they're trying to fit in so much. You know, feels like they're trying to conform to society so much, and I don't really appreciate that.
You need to throw like an Andrew Tate in there or something.
Yeah,
somebody who's really going to stir up the. Yeah.
But the thing is, do you remember they put in I can't remember his name, Jack Maynard, that's it.
By the way, I just wanted to say what I needed to say really quickly. That wasn't me saying like Andrew Tate.
No, literally the opposite of that. Put some people in that people fucking hate. Stir up the pot. You know? Matt Hancock, great example. Put in a Matt Hancock, stir up the pot.
I was afraid then that I sounded like, don't worry, get Andrew Tate in there.
Definitely not endorsing Andrew Tate at all. It's the opposite of that. You gotta have some bad guys. You gotta have some villains, you know? One or two is perfect. So Babatunde, he's oh god, yeah, he did overcome his fear that time, so I quite liked that. He also was talking to Matt Hancock about when he cheated on his wife during the pandemic, and Matt's like, oh well, you see, I know I definitely shouldn't have done it. I'm not proud of it, but I fell in love, and Babatunde's like, yeah, I'm hearing that you fell in love, but you were like grabbing bunda, is how he said it. You were like grabbing it, like.
Yeah, he was.
So that was quite funny. But he had this other trial where it was a trial with Boy George and Chris, I think it was Chris Moyles. So they had to kind of like. They were in kind of these cage things on top of each other. Boy George on the bottom, Babatunde in the middle, and Chris at the top. So, George would have to kind of get this star up this chute into Babatunde's bit above him. Then he would have to kind of maneuver it up this chute into Chris's bit, and then Chris would have to get it out and put it in this slot. He must have dropped these stars back down the chute 9 times, Judd.
Oh my god.
He was just an absolute moron. I don't know how he fucked it up so many times. I don't know how he messed it up. And I'm thinking, like seriously, How are you that incompetent? Come on, do something about this shit. Holy fuck. Other than that, he seems okay. He doesn't seem as cookie cutter, but I'm not going to get into it now. We did have this discussion with Matt Hancock and someone else about growing up black and being in a completely different world as a result to his skin color. Take that what you will as well. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything else on that. Scarlett Douglas. She, I don't know, man. I think she's just boring. And there's not really much to say about her. She's all right. Just a normal 32-year-old woman. Nothing to say.
She's not even a celebrity.
She's not. None of them are celebrities, really, are they? She's been voted off probably for that reason. She's just not polarizing enough to the point where loads of people can like her because, she's okay. She's never going to be anyone's favourite, so they're not going to vote for her. They're going to vote for their favourite.
You know what? All of these fucking shows suck because they're all just the same at the end of the day. Every one of them has them do whatever. Just like whatever stupid fucking shit. Like this one is, you gotta do some stuff in a jungle, but then it's like Strictly Come Dancing. It's like who's the best dancer, and we'll score you and stuff. And then, but at the end of the day, it's a popularity contest because all it is people phoning in and going, "I want that one."
Yeah.
It sucks. Such a stupid idea for this is why I've never ever liked these shows.
Well, Strictly Come Dancing's not popularity. That's based off the judges that they have there.
No, but then they call in on Just Dance. I forgot the name.
Just
already.
Dance,
oh my God.
on the video game Just Dance.
Just Dance.
No, on Strictly Come Dancing, you don't call in on that, do you?
Yeah, God. Yeah.
Do you?
You call. Yeah, because my nan and granddad watch it, and you call in to say which your favorite. It's like, then what's the point of dancing?
Yeah,
what's the point? Because it doesn't matter because you can have the worst people on the scoreboard. I don't actually know the bottom ones might also go. I don't watch it enough, but it still comes down to a phone in.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
It doesn't make sense for Strictly or Yeah, I don't know. It depends. Is the objective of it to be able to dance in a way that pleases the most people? Is that the objective of it? Because it depends.
No,
it depends what the objective of it is. Because if that's the objective, then people voting is the right way to measure it. If the objective is who can dance the best, as determined by people who know what they're on about, then it should be just judges voting on it.
No, but what it is that they do the dances and the judges give them a score, which to my knowledge is completely arbitrary. And then they go, right, you've seen everybody dance, now it's time for your votes. Vote into who's going to stay. And it's like, so this is the part that matters then, because this is seeing who continues on to the next round and ultimately wins.
Do the scores make someone immune? For example, if you get the top score of that night or that week or whatever, will that make you automatically go to the next round? It might be to do with that, but even so, it'd help, but it's not good enough, is it? No. But with certain shows like I'm a Celebrity, that's the point, though. It is a popularity contest. It was not trying to be anything different. Big Brother is the perfect example of that. Big Brother, it literally just is a popularity contest. They don't even try and hide it.
Yeah, no,
that
one makes sense. That's the only game show that it makes sense.
The one that I don't really understand is The Voice. The Voice is the worst reality show. What score? We've got if you don't know what I'm on about, we've got a spreadsheet where we rate movies and TV out of 100. What score have we given The Voice? Because that's got to be... I fucking hate The Voice. I might even put it down more, but I'm pretty sure I've given it 5. The Voice. 17. We've both given it 17. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. I'm giving it a 14. Fucking The Voice. I hate it. It's so awful. The whole premise of the show is it's only about The Voice. We make sure that the judges can't see who they're deciding they want to mentor, so that they can't be, they can't be prejudiced or whatever. Biased. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. But then they immediately turn around and look at them. Immediately, they read it straight away. Plus, we can fucking see them, and we're the ones who vote. We can see them. They walk out, and it's like
Your
some
mic's
gross
just flipping,
fat
nobody
fucking
can hear
blob, and you're like, oh, I'm not voting for them then. It's like, ah! And then as they're going through the fucking show, the whole thing they say to him is, "No, well, you see, I don't think that song's marketable enough." Fuck off! Fuck off! It's about the voice. It's awful. That whole show should be a series of scientific tests, Brainiac style. Bring Richard Hammond in, right, and the Brainiac crew and the Stig for some reason. Was he on that? I don't know. Probably. Yeah, and do some shit like that, like who can hit the highest note for their fucking range, whatever, all that sort of bullshit. The Voice, man. Boy, the hashtag cancel The Voice. It's a fucking trash show. Should have never even fucking aired on TV.
I don't like. I really don't. I've never even seen an episode of it, and yeah, it's one of my most hated shows ever. and it's the fucking the Masked Singer.
Do you know what? I'd rather watch The Masked Singer. I would easily rather watch The Masked Singer.
But like, what a stupid show! Like, it's the whole idea of that show is that like somebody comes on and they don't sing the song, right? Do they sing the song?
Yeah, but with
They
it
actually
like a
sing
voice
the song.
changer. Yeah.
So and then people have, and it's
Or
not their.
I don't know if they have a voice changer, actually. I'm a bit unsure on that. No, I don't think they have a voice changer, but when they speak, they have a voice changer on. So you can't just hear their speaking voice, because that's a bit obvious.
So what's the point of this then? You just guess who it is.
Well, there's some clues given sometimes as to who it is. And yeah, that's the fun of it, really. It's just like, oh, which celebrity is it? Can you tell by their voice and some little clues they give you?
Also, like, people freak the fuck out about it. Like they go crazy about these celebrities.
Whenever it's them revealed, whenever it's certain celebrity revealed, they're like, "Oh my god, I can't fucking believe it!" It's like, just chill out. Like, it's not The Voice. Don't overreact.
No, I know.
No,
Yeah,
I
don't
get the
know.
Masked Singer more. And do you know what? That's what they need to do on The Voice. They should, anytime they're on that TV show, on The Voice, the whole time they need to be in one of those suits. And apart from when they're singing, voice changer the entire time until they get a bit like Sexy Beasts, right? Sexy Beasts, right? That dating show, you know the one I'm on about? That,
Yeah.
it should be that, but for singing. Because, you know, they cover them up until they're revealed at the end. Well, they don't cover them up. They make them look fucking weird. I love Sexy Beasts. It's so funny. Because the whole time it's like, oh, are these two getting on? Ooh, which one is she going to pick? And every so often I tune back into the fact that she's a zebra. It's like wait a minute, that's not a human. And I just remember it every so often and it makes me laugh. It's so funny. Oh, God, yeah. So, in conclusion, I'm a Celebrity Still Good show. The Voice, absolute dog shit. Masked Singer, could take it or leave it. Watch Sexy Beasts. There you go. Those are some of the reality shows. Did you ever watch The Circle?
No, I didn't watch that.
So, the concept of The Circle is that people are in, like, an apartment, like a one-bedroom apartment, and they can only communicate with each other through like the TV, and they can private message each other, or they can talk in group chats or things like that, like normal social media. But they can pretend to be someone else if they want. And basically, they've just got to be popular within that circle, within the people, whoever else is competing.
Okay.
So, but it's seen as really shady and sneaky if you are catfishing as someone else. Okay. And I found it really interesting for the first season. There's a US one and a UK one, and it's interesting seeing the different dynamics between each country. There's probably more than just those, but all I will say on it is it's got really tiring really quick. I watched maybe like a few seasons of it, 2 of the UK and 1 of the US one, I think. I'm not sure. And after that, it's like I'm just not bothered about that anymore. I'm done with it. But it can be quite interesting. It's a bit over dramatic sometimes, but It's not bad. That's an alright one. What did I give that? The Circle. The Circle. Now, there's multiple things called The Circle in this spreadsheet. That's a movie. That's the TV show. I gave it a 65, actually, because I quite like the concept, but I think the concept's now gotten boring quite quickly, so I'm going to move it down a bit.
Damn. Good. I'm glad you gave it that.
61. Well, there you go. Oh, thanks for listening to this podcast. If you do listen to this podcast, mwah, that's for you. Mwah.
Nice.
Is that it? Is that the end? Shall I end it there?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, just end it.